If they were in the same weight class, it'd be a cracking fight. But there's too much of a gap. I think 126 is Inoue's ceiling. I really do.
Yeah.
That would be like a fun fight.
But furthermore, he's a superstar in Japan. He doesn't really need to leave Japan to maintain his superstar status.
The boxing world is abuzz with excitement as fans eagerly anticipate a potential showdown between two of the sport's most electrifying fighters, Naoya "Monster" Inoue and Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Speculation intensified following Inoue's recent dominant performances, which have cemented his status as a pound-for-pound king. With flawless technique, blistering speed, and devastating power, the Japanese superstar has established himself as a nearly untouchable force in the ring. Meanwhile, Davis, known for his ferocious knockout power and relentless aggression, continues to dominate across multiple divisions, making this matchup a dream clash for boxing enthusiasts.
28 wins, no losses, no draws, 25 wins by way of knockout. He's a 4-division champion, 2-division undisputed champion, and a super bantamweight unified champion, right? So, he has a fight coming up anyway.
Promoters have yet to confirm any negotiations, but the overwhelming demand from fans has already made this potential matchup the most talked about fight of 2025. With both fighters at the peak of their powers and their legacies on the line, the stage is set for what could become an iconic chapter in boxing history. In a recent interview, Gervonta "Tank" Davis addressed the growing speculation about a potential showdown with Naoya "Monster" Inoue. While acknowledging the excitement surrounding the matchup, Davis described it as a fun fight, but expressed concerns about the weight disparity between them. Davis suggested that his size might pose a significant challenge for Inoue, noting the substantial weight difference. Davis currently competes at lightweight, while Inoue reigns as the undisputed super bantamweight champion. The prospect of Inoue moving up multiple weight classes presents considerable challenges, making this highly anticipated bout unlikely in the near future. Still, fans remain hopeful that this dream fight will someday become a reality.
I like what's the guy from Japan? Yeah.
Do you foresee potentially at some day you guys meeting together, maybe at a catchweight, or maybe if he keeps going up in weight?
Probably. Yeah. That would be like a fun fight.
Crazy.
Yeah, that would be a fun fight. Now that would be technical. That fight right there, like me and him. But I think I'll be too big for him.
Probably, yeah.
I'll be too big for him. Yeah. But that fight would be like,
It's like a dream fight.
yeah, facts.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis has consistently praised Naoya "Monster" Inoue's boxing skills and accomplishments, often recognizing him as one of the sport's elite fighters. However, during a recent press conference, a reporter claimed that Inoue had dismissed Davis' abilities, allegedly stating that Davis relied solely on power and posed no real threat. Visibly surprised by the claim, Davis responded, "There's no way he could say that. For him to be a boxer like that, there's no way he could say that." He then demanded evidence of the alleged comment, expressing his disbelief. Shortly after, Inoue addressed the situation on social media, tweeting, "I never said anything like that," and reaffirming the mutual respect between the two champions. This clarification helped maintain the admiration and sportsmanship shared by the two boxing superstars.
Inoue said there's nothing that you have that can give him real problems. All you have is power.
He said that?
Inoue said that. Yeah.
All right, I don't want to go crazy with him. You trying to catch me?
I ain't trying to catch you.
Huh?
I ain't trying to catch you.
You didn't say that?
He said it.
Show me.
You heard well,
I think there's a lot of people confidently buying things. I think I've seen it. I don't think he said that.
Because there's no way you said that. Come to be a boxer.
Former world champion TJ Doheny has weighed in on the heated debate surrounding a hypothetical showdown between Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Naoya "Monster" Inoue, emphasizing that the weight disparity makes such a fight highly improbable. Doheny argues that Davis, who competes at lightweight, would be too much for Inoue, who has shown no inclination to move beyond 122 pounds, where he continues to dominate his division. While fans dream of a clash between these two pound-for-pound stars, Doheny highlights the challenges posed by Inoue's physical limitations. Though some enthusiasts have called for Inoue to test himself at super featherweight, 130 pounds, or even lightweight in a blockbuster fight against Davis, Doheny believes Inoue is content at 122 pounds, where he dismantles opponents with ease. Moving up to 126 pounds or beyond would require a significant leap in both risk and physical adaptation, something Inoue has yet to pursue. Doveny suggests that Inoue's ceiling is likely at 126 pounds, making a fight with Davis far-fetched. The Irishman explains that Davis's size, power, and physicality, backed by his perfect record of 30 wins, 28 by knockout, would pose challenges that Inoue, with his smaller frame, might struggle to overcome. For such a fight to even be considered, Doveny proposes a potential meeting at super featherweight as a compromise, though the logistical and physical hurdles remain considerable. While fans yearn for era-defining matchups, Doveny underscores the importance of weight classes and physical limits in boxing. Inoue's dominance is undeniable, but many believe it's time for him to step out of his comfort zone and face tougher opposition. A clash with Davis, though tantalizing on paper, would require Inoue to take risks far beyond what he's shown a willingness to attempt. For now, the fight remains a fantasy, with Inoue focus on further cementing his legacy in his current division.
Do you think that's just, a weight class too high? I don't even know what weight that would be at, maybe 130, but is that just too much, or do you think he's capable of going up there and being a Tank Davis?
Nah, Tank's an absolute dog, but if they were in the same weight class, it'd be a cracking fight. But there's too much of a gap. I think 126 is Inoue's ceiling, I really do.
Yeah. Well, TJ, appreciate your time. Obviously, 15th of March, you're fighting Nick Bull. Just any final words, any prediction, any message to your fans?
Not so much a prediction, but the fans can expect fireworks. It's going to be a great fight, and I'll be walking away as a two-weight world champion. I can guarantee that.
A potential showdown between Gervonta Tank Davis and Naoya Monster Inoue has the makings of a blockbuster event, with both fighters boasting elite skills and unbeaten records. However, one significant hurdle could be Davis's strained relationship with Turki Alalik, a prominent figure in boxing promotions. Davis has openly voiced his disdain for Alalik, stating that he has little respect for his involvement in the sport, which could complicate the organization of such a high-profile fight. Despite this tension, fans continue to dream of the day these two champions step into the ring. With their proven ability to deliver unforgettable performances, a clash between Davis and Inoue could captivate the boxing world and create a legacy-defining moment for both fighters.
To kind of pivot into the fact that, I see it on Twitter all the time, and I've talked about it before while being in Japan. Can Tank and Inoue actually fight each other one day? It's a good question, because I don't think it's far-fetched. Now, more than likely they won't fight because Inoue's aligned himself with Turkey, right? And Tank doesn't work with Turkey. He don't like Turkey. On top of that too, you have the weight thing. Inoue stated when he fought Neri that he weighed 138 pounds. Tank tweeted during the build-up to this fight with Lamar Roach that he was on weight at 138 pounds. So they kind of have like Inoue's fight night weight is probably close to what Tank's walk-around weight is. They're not far off. So weight-wise, as crazy as it sounds, because you don't think of Inoue and Tank as being the same size, because Inoue turned pro at light flyweight, Tank turned pro at 130, something like that. So you wouldn't necessarily think of those two being close in size, but they actually are. So I think it's doable. Obviously, Tank has some signature fights at lightweight he's got to take care of, like Shakur Stevenson, like Devin Haney. Or Devin's at 47 now, so I can't even say Devin. But he's got Shakur Stevenson. He's got Teofimo Lopez. He might have Keyshawn Davis on his hands if Keyshawn wins the title. There's some business for him to take care of. And then for Inoue,
if a fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and Naoya Monster Inoue were to materialize, it would undoubtedly rank among the biggest events in boxing history. This clash would pit America's most electrifying fighter against Japan's most dominant champion, with both boasting undefeated records and legendary knockout power. The fight would not only be a battle of contrasting styles, but also a collision of two global icons, captivating audiences around the world. It would transcend the sport of boxing, symbolizing the convergence of two cultures at the pinnacle of athletic excellence. With both fighters in their prime, such a showdown could carve its place as an unforgettable chapter in boxing lore, leaving a lasting legacy for generations to come.
In a hypothetical sense, right? If Inoue and Tank did fight each other, that would be the biggest fight in boxing. Because you're talking about two, I would say you got the biggest American fighter, as far as like American-born fighters, versus the biggest Japanese fighter. So you're talking about the biggest star, not named Canelo, in North America, but from the United States of America, versus the face of boxing in Japan and Asia as a whole right now. So how could that fight not do crazy numbers? I feel like Inoue versus Tank would really make the world stop. And that would really be like for Tank, if they fought, he's supposed to knock out Inoue.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis's coach has praised Naoya "Monster" Inoue's remarkable achievements in the boxing world, acknowledging that his success is not only a personal triumph, but also a source of pride for Japan. He highlighted that Inoue's rise to prominence showcases the skill and determination Japan brings to the international stage, calling it a proud moment for the country. The coach emphasized the importance of allowing Inoue to continue his journey and reach his full potential, noting that his accomplishments extend beyond the ring, making a significant cultural impact for his homeland. Meanwhile, Adrian Broner recently weighed in on the idea of a potential fight between Davis and Inoue. When asked by reporters, Broner urged them to relax and suggested that Inoue should sit as little as ** down. While Broner acknowledged Inoue's impressive skills, he implied that a fight might not be feasible due to weight differences and other factors. He also mentioned that Inoue is fighting over there, possibly alluding to Japan, and raised concerns about regional drug testing protocols. Despite his critical remarks, Broner still recognized Inoue as a talented fighter, indicating a level of respect for his abilities and accomplishments.
Relax, man. You like the fight? Man, he better sit his little down. Yeah, of course. You know, even though I don't want to make excuses, but he's fighting over there. They ain't testing. You know, I ain't making no excuses. You know what I mean? I ain't making no. He's a good fighter, though. He's a good fighter. Me, I ain't fighting that. I ain't making no excuses, but like I told him, man. You know, I'm here for you. You know, go enjoy the fruits and labor of your work and come back like you never left, man. You'll be champion.
The dream fight between Naoya "Monster" Inoue and Gervonta "Tank" Davis has been a fantasy for boxing fans for years. Even when Inoue was just 28, the idea of these two explosive fighters clashing in the ring had already captured the imagination of many. Since then, Inoue has only solidified his legacy as one of the sport's most exciting and dominant fighters, fueling the anticipation for this potential showdown. Fans have eagerly awaited the moment these two stars could finally face off, with excitement growing with each passing year. If this fight were to happen, it would undoubtedly be a spectacle. Both Inoue and Davis possess incredible power, lightning speed, and unmatched skill, setting the stage for a thrilling and unpredictable bout. The energy surrounding this potential clash shows that it's more than just a fantasy. It's a fight fans are desperate to see. If it happens, it would be nothing short of a blockbuster event, cementing its place as a true banger in the boxing world.
Inoue is a color hair. No, he is good. 21-0, undefeated. He's a 3-division champion. He's a big puncher. He was champion 112.
Fuck Bam, a puncher. He is good.
Who's that? Inoue. Yeah, he's fighting this weekend.
He is good. I'm gonna watch him.
That's the one you can ask where he come from.
Yeah.
He's Japanese.
His placements and everything.
Footwork.
Yeah.
Defense.
He's 29 years old, and I said that 28. But I said that Manny Pacquiao and Triple G didn't get famous until after they were 30. Tank, are you willing to go down to 118 to fight him?
I can't get to 118.
But if you could, it would be fireworks.
Fans have been buzzing with speculation ever since Gervonta "Tank" Davis tweeted a message of support to Naoya "Monster" Inoue, wishing him good luck in his fight. While Davis hasn't explicitly expressed interest in a matchup with Inoue, the tweet has sparked excitement, with many interpreting it as a hint that he might be open to facing the Japanese superstar. Davis, a 3-division world champion with an impressive record of 30 wins, 28 by knockout, competes at 135 pounds and currently holds the WBA lightweight title. At 30 years old, he stands 5'5" with a 67-inch reach. Inoue, a 4-division champion and 2-division undisputed champion, fights at 122 pounds. The 31-year-old boasts a perfect record of 28 wins, 25 by knockout, Despite the weight disparity, with Inoue potentially needing to jump 13 pounds to meet Davis at lightweight, Tank believes the fight could be massive, citing historic weight jumps by fighters like Terence Crawford, and Roy Jones Jr. Davis has previously praised Inoue, calling him a beast, and recently wished him luck in his fight in Japan. Inoue responded with a salute, further fueling speculation about a future showdown. While Davis acknowledges Inoue's greatness, he has also expressed concerns about the size difference, noting it might make the matchup less balanced. Nevertheless, both fighters have shown mutual respect for each other's talents, with Davis's future big fights potentially including names like Schick or Stevenson. The prospect of Inoue moving up in weight adds an intriguing twist. Many fans view this potential clash as a legendary super fight, reminiscent of Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao's iconic Showdown. However, whether the fight materializes will depend on several factors, including weight classes and the willingness of both fighters to take on the challenge.
That's his favorite fighter to watch. Anyway, he said that he a beast, right? And he supports Inoue. That's one of his favorite fighters to watch. He supports him. He likes Inoue, right? And so people are speculating because Tank Davis put out a post to Inoue and he told him good luck. Inoue has a fight coming up January 24th, okay, in Japan. So, it's late, early in the morning in the United States. So it'll probably be about 7, 8 in the morning, right? So Tank Davis just sent him, well wishes on his next fight, right? And he responded back to Tank, saluted Tank, sent him some emojis, right? They just acknowledged one another.
Tank Davis's comments on a potential fight with Naoya Inoue show a clear respect for Inoue's abilities, though he believes their size difference might be too much to overcome. Despite this, the idea of a showdown between the two has generated significant interest in the boxing world. Both fighters are considered elite in their respective weight classes, with undefeated records and impressive accomplishments to their names. A fight between Davis and Inoue has the potential to captivate boxing fans worldwide, drawing comparisons to one of the biggest super fights in recent memory, Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. However, whether this dream matchup comes to fruition will depend on both fighters' willingness to take on the challenge and the logistics involved in making such a high-profile bout a reality.
And so everybody took this as him saying he wants to fight him. So I'm like, I didn't see, other than that interview that Tank did a while back, where he said that Inoue would be a super fight, but he did say Inoue is too small, right? Inoue is 31 years of age. He's 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Tank is about 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Although Tank says he's 5'4", they're around the same height with the same arm reach. Now Inoue can do and pull a Terence Bud Crawford, where Inoue can fight. Inoue fights at 126. Excuse me. So he's 126. So you got 130, 135. Well, no, he's at 22. So he's 3 weight classes below Tank Davis at 135. Now he could jump up, right? That would be about 13 pounds, right? If he jumped up from 122 to 135, yeah, about 13 pounds, right? So 13-pound jump for him, fight Tank Davis. That would be a super fight. Terence Crawford is jumping up 14 pounds from 154 to 168 to challenge Canelo Alvarez in September. So it would be similar, right? It has happened before. Roy Jones jumped up 25 pounds. So go figure.
Following Terence Crawford's recent fight, fans are now turning their attention to Al Haymon, hoping he can make the dream matchup between Gervonta Tank Davis and Naoya Monster Inoue a reality. Haymon has made headlines for orchestrating some of the biggest and most thrilling matchups in boxing history, earning tremendous respect for his ability to bring high-stakes battles to life. Fans are now hopeful he will work his magic to make this epic showdown happen. With both Davis and Inoue undefeated and among the sport's elite, there's little doubt that if Haymon can bring this fight to fruition, it will be a spectacle. Meanwhile, Japanese fans have been quick to defend Inoue, stating that he is already a superstar in Japan and doesn't need a fight with Davis in the United States to solidify his status. They emphasized that Inoue has achieved tremendous success in his home country and has already cemented his legacy as one of the best. His accomplishments, skills, and popularity in Japan are a testament to his greatness, and many believe he doesn't need to leave Japan to prove his worth. Inoue's success speaks for itself, and many view him as a global icon without needing validation from American boxing.
Naoya Inoue does not need to fight Tank Davis. He certainly doesn't need to give away that much size. But furthermore, he's a superstar in Japan. He doesn't really need to leave Japan to maintain his superstar status. He sold out the Tokyo Dome. That's 55,000 people. In many ways, Japan is still a very closed economy, as it was for millennia. And in a sense, a lot of Japanese industry, finance, they don't care about quote-unquote capturing the U.S. market. And I don't think Inoue needs to capture the U.S. market in order to have a 100% prosperous, financially successful career and transition into whatever he wants to do after boxing. Naoya Inoue doesn't need the United States of America.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.